And it's PJ.
We're back here in Texas, Dallas, Texas, and there's the street scenes there as they're coming in, and a lot of fans piling in here today. It's only the second home game. We had our first game at home, won big, and then went on the road and won down in San Juan. So we're coming back now undefeated, Pete.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I mean, the first game, we saw a little bit of a rocky start, but boy, that second game against the Swordfish, the Ramblers, showed why they were known as contact specialists.
Yeah, that was good. It's good. Nice to have a perfect record. We're coming home to face a division rival. This is our first division matchup. So we got some old guests here for some players we know very well. The Michigan Moose are going to be in town for just this one. We're going to play them two more times later this season. We're actually going to head up to Detroit and play them back to back. So this is a big game we were talking about in the flight back here, and these guys are, they got they're positioned pretty well.
Yeah, they are. Like I say, we've gotten. Were you talking about the Moose or the Ramblers?
The Moose.
Yeah. Well, they're 1-0 on the season. They got another game they're going to play before they come into the Corral. But they're a good team, and they have always been pretty solid.
Yeah, I think they had mostly this lineup when they won the championship like 3 or 4 seasons back. I can't remember if it was 3 or 4, but yeah.
Yeah, they're a solid team. They got good defense, and they definitely have a lot of offensive power.
Well, before we talk about the game coming up here, there's a lot of other scores to go over, but we'd like to also go over that last game. So I can tell you what happened there, Pete. It was great.
It was.
Top of the second, we thought we were going to face a much stronger opponent. They had a lot of power hitters, but the Ramblers got on the board first. Top of the second, Clemens versus Neville, and Neville McGee, who anticipates the center field home run and puts us out in front 1-0. Nice home run by Clemens.
Yeah, what a game for that young man. I mean, coming in off of the bench, getting his first opportunity, and boy, he really made a very loud statement and a very pronounced argument for him being the starting first baseman. Yeah,
and there's some competition there, so it'll be good to see how those guys iron that out. Yeah, it was still at top of the second. We added to it. Noah McLean comes up, our shortstop, hits one out left field, cranks it. 2-run home run. I'm sorry, so that Clemens one was a 1-run home run. The Noah McLean was a 2-run bomb over the left field wall, and that puts us up 3-0.
Yes, sir. Yeah, and I don't think you expect a lot of power out of Noah McLean. I'm not positive, but
yeah, but we've been getting the long balls so far. It's been nice. I hope it doesn't dry out.
I do too. We've seen quite a few balls flying out of the ballparks. We've had 6 in 2 games. So yeah, a rare display of power from the Ramblers.
That's pretty good. Well, the Swordfish got one of their own in the bottom of the third. Memphis Thirsty's going to come up. He's against Beefy. He anticipates this pitch and hits one out in the center field. It's a 2-run home run for the Swordfish as well. And this actually brings them to within 1. It wasn't the first time they would get within 1, but that's about as close as they get.
The Swordfish were playing from behind all day. I really didn't see the pitching out of the Swordfish lineup that you would have thought. We really thought, was it McAllister?
Yeah.
McAllister was their second best pitcher. The second starter in their rotation. We thought really we were going to have some trouble with him, but only lasting an inning and 2/3 before they yanked him, Tom.
Yeah, it was a great performance, and the scoring was sprinkled throughout the game. Top of the 5th, then we get another one to push forward. McLean versus Warden Wildley, and who is it hits one a left field grounder. It's an RBI, making it 4-2. He was known as a rally stopper, Wildley, but he didn't stop that one. But then the Swordfish right back in the bottom of the half. Jude Benitez comes up, hits a line drive in the left field. It's out, but it's a sac fly, and they come within 1. But quickly thereafter, top of the 6th, this is one thing about this team, Pete. These Texas Ramblers, Max Lemiliano LeBlanc versus Merriam Smith. and it's yet another home run. He smacks this one out in the left field. It's another 2-run home run, as a matter of fact. And this really starts where we pull away. It's a 6-3 game at this point. There was no looking back.
No, yeah, that was the end of it. Like you were saying, that the Ramblers are seeing the ball well, and whenever you do that, you're going to be able to put the bat on the ball, and at times you'll be able to drive it pretty deeply. I've always said about the power hitting teams, there's always the danger. If they're hitting the ball, they're trouble because they can score a lot on you real quick. But if they're not hitting the ball, they tend to strike out a lot. You get a lot. You can rack up a lot of strikeouts, and that's kind of seemed to be where the Swordfish were in that second game. There were a lot of strikeouts in that game. Both our starting pitcher as well as the relief pitcher racking up just the Ks like crazy. So the Swordfish right now offensively, they're back on their heels. They're still trying to find their stroke. They're having trouble finding the ball, and they're a good team, and they'll come out of it. Still early, only the second game of the season, but I think the Ramblers were able to take advantage of a team that's struggling right now.
Yeah, I was going to mention those strikeouts in just a minute. I was going to say there was one more home run at the top of the seventh. Swindle Heath came up. It went into center field again. Another home run. Made it 7-3. And again, I think Swindle Heath has been power hitting in the exhibition and here early. But that was where it was going to go. And like you said with the strikeouts, I think our starter, Beefy had like 8, or no, he had like 9, and Bo Reliable had 8 or something. Crazy amount of strikeouts. Here at the bottom of the ninth, Bo Reliable was going to end the game against June Benitez. Rising fastball, swings underneath it, gets frustrated, breaks the bat. We get the win, but it was strikeout after strikeout. I almost thought about putting together a chain of those for highlights.
Yeah, like you say, 17 in total. Bo Reliable, just untouchable, really. I mean, he was being clocked at 102 mile per hour fastballs, and again, the Swordfish batters, after going through the first 6 innings and not being able to get anything really going, Bo Reliable comes in and just shuts him down. Like you say, he pitches 3 innings, he racks up 8 strikeouts. So with the exception of 1 out, he got every out on a strikeout. So just again, another really great performance from our pitching staff.
Yeah, unexpected. Well, before we tell you right where we're at, we got 19 other scores to give you before this game. So, Pete, why don't you start us off? The first game was the Sawteeth out in Tacoma at the Herbivores. Tell us what happened.
Well, Sawteeth travel to take on the Herbivores. Herbivores score first. They're going to hold on and win 4-2.
Lockhorns are in San Diego at the Moonstars, and the Lockhorns beat them 5-2.
Overdogs travel to take on the Jacks. It's a back and forth battle, and the Jacks are going to win 3-2.
Blowfish out in New York, all the way across the country against the Wide Loads, and the Blowfish won at 9-5.
B-Wolves taking on the Sirloins. B-Wolves out to an early lead, and they're going to win 3-1.
Dexter's 2-run home run. Hot corners to the Platypi in Philadelphia, and the Platypi barely win at 5-4.
Peters taking on the Nemesis. Nemesis are going to win that one 4-0. They cut out.
Moose at the Wax Bills up in Montreal, and the Wax Bills win at 6-3.
Wild Pigs travel to take on the Freebooters. Freebooters are going to hold court and win that 5-2.
The Atlanta Wildcats against the Crocs in Chicago, and the Wildcats win at 6-4.
Grapplers travel to take on the Moonstars. Moonstars win at 2-0.
Buzzard to the Blowfish, and it's a close game, but the Blowfish win at 3-2.
Swordfish taking on the Nemesis. Nemesis going to win that one 5-3.
It's the Sawteeth at Herbivores. Herbivores win at 2-0.
Jacks travel to take on the Wide Loads, and it's going to be the Jacks 4, Wide Loads 3.
Platypi at the Wildcats, another one of our teams, and the Wildcats win at 5-3, looking good.
Overdogs travel to take on the Crocs in Chicago, and it's going to be Overdogs all day, 12-2.
Wow. Hot corners of the Arizona Bee-Wolves, and it's close. The Bee-Wolves win at 5-2.
Lockhorns taking on the Sirloins, and the Lockhorns are going to win at 4-1.
Woo!
Wow. They go by quick. They go by really quick. Over there in the Liberty Conference, Tommy, as it stands, the Eastern Division, the Jacks hold court, are winning with a 3-0 record with a +4 run differential. Behind them in second place, the Platypi, with a record of 2-1.
Wow, yeah. What a great start for the Jacks in Baltimore. In the Central Division, it's our Texas Ramblers who are up 2-0. They are a half game ahead of the Atlanta Wildcats, who are having a nice start here. They're 2-1. And we're one of, it looks like, 3 teams that still have yet to lose a game.
Very cool. Down in the Western Division, the Overdogs with a record of 2 wins. Oh, actually, it's the Overdogs, Nemesis, and Herbivores, all knotted at the top of the Western Division with records of 2-1. The Overdogs with a +15 run differential, Nemesis with a +5, and the Herbivores with +3. That leaves the Sawteeth in second place with a record of 1-2. They're 1 game out of first place with a +1 run differential.
In the Continental Conference Atlantic Division, big surprise, the Montreal Wax Bills are undefeated. They're 2-0 on the season thus far, and they are just 1 game ahead of both the New York Wild Pigs and the Freebooters, who are playing 500 ball and an even 1 apiece.
Down in the Plains Division, the Lockhorns sit atop the Plains with a record of 2-1. Behind them in second place, the Heaters with a record of 1 win and 1 loss. They find themselves a half game out of first place, and they've got a +2 run differential.
And to finish things off in the Pacific Division, our old team, the Arizona Beavers, got a good start so far. They're 2-1 on the season, tied with the LA Blowfish. With that same record, the Beavers have a better run differential. They are both a half game ahead of the Guadalajara Buzzards, who are locked up at 1 apiece, 500 ball.
Yes, sir.
And that brings us to today's game. It's game 3 of 38. It's the 1-1 Moose against the 2-0 Ramblers. The Moose are known as power hitters, so we're going to have to be careful that they good rotation, a good pen, and the Moose are hoping to win a win here today would have us tied in record, and to have a 3-way tie in the division. So this is a big division matchup, Pete.
It is. You know, it's early season. Like I say, we're all, both the Moose and the Ramblers are only playing 2 games. But especially when you get in the division, any win is a big win. So whatever you can do to keep those, put those other teams behind you and keep them behind you is always it serves you in good stead.
It does. So the Moose are going to put their 3rd string starter, Sancha Silvio, the right-hander, on the mound. Silvio is known for her very good accuracy. She also has good velocity and fair junk. The only thing she's got going against her, she's known as a bit of a wild thing. So she could, which I think, I'm not sure how that applies. She's got good accuracy, so I think it has a certain, when she's at a certain count, that's where she gets wild.
Yes. And backing her up is the locked-in Hose Tremendo out there in right field. He's hitting 143 with no home runs. He's got better than average power, about average ability to connect, and better than average speed on the base paths. He's locked in, hitting 143. That's an oxymoron. Fred Bobbitt playing second base. He's also locked in. He's got less than average power, but he's got very good ability to connect at home plate. Let's say good ability to connect at home plate, and poor speed on the base paths. He's hitting 667 with 1 home run, and again, he is locked in. Charlie Best, the relief pitcher, has good velocity, real good junk, and real good accuracy. He's got a 4.5 ERA with a 0.5 whip. And I think that's the first time I've ever seen a pitcher in the notable players.
I think that's new. I think they didn't used to have it last year. It was all a bench, or field players. But now they're putting pitchers in, which is nice. They get to see, not just the best hitters on the team, but actually what the team considers its best players at this point. The Texas Ramblers, are going to be putting their 3rd string starter on the mound, Jet Dapper, the right-hander. Jet Dapper's got good velocity. He's got okay junk and accuracy, but he's known as a rally stopper, so that's good if we get into that situation, Pete.
Yes, it is. And backing him up is Swindle Heath, the left fielder. You talked about him. Guy's hit I think he's hit a home run in every game so far. He's locked in. He's got good power. He's got really good ability to connect at home plate and less than average speed on the base paths. He's currently hitting .556, Tommy, with 2 home runs in this season. Spray Bellamy, the 3rd baseman, with good power, good ability to connect, average speed on the base paths. He's hitting 300 with 1 home run. And then Corbin Huerta, I keep saying it wrong. How do you say it?
Huerta.
Huerta, yeah. Corbin Huerta, the center fielder with good power, better than average ability to connect, but better than average speed on the base paths. He's hitting 333 with no home runs.
The way to remember it is if you made the H silent.
Huerta.
Huerta.
Okay.
That's it. Perfect. Okay, so
Record it and just play that over. Just
There you
dub
go.
it over because I'm
Huerta.
going to keep botching it.
set it up to your Alexa. Huerta.
Yeah.
Huerta. Okay. All right, so that's going to, let's see here. Let's get the lineup from the assistant coach. Look a little bit like it is. First batting order is the, now unless we want to put, now we're going to keep, okay, we can always change, let me know if you want to change things around. But right now we got batting first and left field, Swindle Heath. I think we got to keep him in. He's got a home run every game. Spray Bellamy at third base, batting second. Batting third, Orban Huerta, the designated hitter. How's that name spelled or pronounced? Huerta. Perfecto. Batting cleanup. Kid Paula, center field. He will be in center field and he'll be batting for batting fifth at second base. Marcus Mario. Enoch Hugh hasn't played yet, has he? Or has he?
Who?
Enoch Hugh?
I don't think he's played yet.
Well, he hasn't complained yet. Let's keep him there. Batting sixth, Noah McLean at shortstop. At first base and batting seventh, John Contreras. In that last game, again, we had Hector Clemens, who had a great game, but the assistant coach thinks John Contreras should play. And, you know, he is good. So I think it'll be good to see him back in there. Batting eighth at catcher, Maximiliano LeBlanc. Again, we're kind of going back and forth between him and Ken Bernal. Ken Bernal came in and played a great game in that last game, but we're going to go with the assistant coach here. And then in right field, Repo Reeves batting ninth. And again, on the mound, Chet Dapper is going to play first. So, ready to play ball, Pete?
Yes, sir.
Let's get that lineup from the other team. What do you think?
All right, the Moose lineup is going to look like this. Johnson leading off playing left field, followed by Fred Bobbitt over there at second base. Batting third, Hose Tremendo out there in center field. Both Tremendo and Bobbitt locked in. Nixon Catchings batting fourth. Rip Dingers at third base will be batting fifth. At sixth, it'll be Quaker over at first base. Jackson, Hieronymus Jackson batting seventh as the designated hitter. Nacho Crisp, the shortstop, batting eighth. And Irene Fast batting ninth at right field. Sancho Silvio pitching. So as we get ready to get this game underway, the Ramblers and the Moose will meet up at home base and yell epithets at each other. And Stallion Johnson, Fred Bobbitt, and Hose Tremendo will get ready to face off against Jet Dapper. Jet Dapper, the third pitcher in the rotation. So Stallion Johnson, the left fielder, is neutral and fit. He's got less than average power, less than average ability to connect, and good speed on the base paths. First pitch, inside, ball one. Stallion Johnson is an off-speed hitter. 1 ball, no strikes, nobody on, nobody out. There's a roller to Contreras, who's going to step on first for himself and make the first out. So 1 up, 1 down, and in steps Fred Bobbitt. He's locked in and fit. He's a sprinter, hitting .667 with a home run, 2 RBIs. He's got less than average power, but good ability to connect at home plate. First pitch, in there for called strike one. He's got less than average speed on the base paths. There's a shot, and that's going to be, oh. And McLean made the dive, was able to keep the ball in the infield. Unfortunately, he was unable to corral it. So an infield single, and in steps Hose Tremendo. He's locked in and fit, hitting 143. Tremendo with a cannon arm out there in center field. So 1 on with 1 out. First pitch is in there for a ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Jet Dapper throwing that's in there for a called strike. That'll even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Dapper with a 4-seam fastball, a 2-seam fastball. That catches the outside corner for a called second strike. Dapper also has a slider and a curveball. Oh, just missed on that one. That evens the count at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 1 on. Not a lot of speed at first base. That one's fouled back into the backstop. So Tremendo will get another pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and down goes Hose Tremendo, and he's not very happy about it as he slams the bat down. 2 outs, and in steps Pedro Nixon. Nixon is neutral and fit. He's got good power, about average ability to connect, and poor speed on the base pass. That one's popped up into right
Uh-oh,
field.
Oh,
Oh, and I misjudged that one. Sorry about that, Tom.
all right.
And Repo Reeves misjudged the ball, and it went over his head. Jeez. And a run scores, so a triple. 2-out triple. Rip Dingers comes in. He's neutral and fit. Got power versus left-handed pitching, and he favors the low pitch. God, man, I hate when I do that.
Oops.
Dagnabbit. First pitch is in there for a called strike. Strike one. Runner at third does not have a lot of speed. That one's popped up on the infield, and Dapper's making the call. He'll catch it for the third out. So after an error in right field, the Moose take the 1-0 lead as we go into the bottom of the first. Swindle, Heath, Spray Bellamy, and Corbin Hirta going to face off against Sanchez Silvio for the first time.
Wasn't really an error, though. I mean, it didn't show up as one.
No, because it was just misplayed. Locked in and fit.
And yes, it is Swindle Heath. So far, got a home run in every game. Late swing. Inside corner, strike one. 0-1 the count. That one's ball low. We're knotted up at 1 apiece here. There's a hard liner to left field. Is that going to land? And it. Oh, what a jiving grab by Johnson in left to center field to pick that up.
1 out. Spray Bellamy stepping in. He's neutral and fit. Favors the outside pitch. He's a big hack. 1 out and nobody on. First pitch is high. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. So Allen's inside ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes now. Allen's low ball 3. 3 straight balls to Spray Bellamy. That's in there for a called strike. 3-1 now. Allen's lifted into left field. The left fielder is running up, and Johnson will make the catch. Stallion Johnson has made the first 2 outs of the day. Corbin Hirta stepping in.
And he's at .333 on the season. So far, no offense yet by our Texas Ramblers, and that one goes out in the right field, and that's going to be the first one on their way to go.
Yes, sir. So 1 out with 2 outs. In steps Kid Paul, the center fielder. He's neutral and fit. He's known as an RBI hero, but he is injury prone. First pitch to Kid Paul's in there for a called strike. Strike 1. That one's low ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Allen lifted foul into the stands along the third baseline. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Throw over to first, but the runner's back. Throw over to first again, but the runner's back.
Oh.
That catches the outside corner for a called third strike, and Kid Paul gets called out on strikes. We're going into the top of the second. It's Moose 1, Ramblers nothing. Perry Quaker, Hieronymus Jackson, and Nacho Crisp going to get a first look at Jet Dapper, who threw 13 pitches, struck out 1, and gave up 2 hits in the first inning. His ERA's at a 9.
Perry Quaker hitting .250 on the season. Good power hitter. For contact fans know that we can get that defense going and stay in this. He's a clutch hitter, Perry Quaker, and he's been hitting great recently. Takes first one there for a strike. But Jet Dapper is a rally stopper. 1 inning pitch, 2 hits, an earned run, 1 strikeout. Reaches out, fouls that breaking ball third base line. 0-2. He's got him in a good position. He can be smart with his pitches. Number 26 gets his signal, winds up, throws. Oh, instead it's a liner out in the center field. Kid Paul runs back and then back up. Makes that catch. 1 up, 1 down. And it's Hieronymus Jackson, who's a great power hitter, likes the outside pitch, but he's tense recently and is yet to get his first hit of the season. So Dapper's going to hopefully play into that one. Throwing his 17th pitch right here. Nice slider, starts in, makes its way back over the plate. No swing, strike 1. 0-1 the count. Great day for baseball here in Dallas, Texas. A lot of Rambler fans on hand. There's a liner into center field. That's going to get in there. Kid Paul's going to pick that up, throw it in. That's a clean single. And the Moose got 1 on again with 1 out. Here's Nacho Crisp. He ranks shortstop. Great power. It's a distractor. He's looking a little tense recently, though. Still looking for his first hit of this season. You got an average speed runner at first base. A fair arm behind the plate. First one's in for a strike. 0-1 to count. Plays at second base, hoping for that double play. Breaking pitch stays a little too far out, and now we're even up 1 apiece. Third pitch to Nacho Crisp. But always a dangerous hitter. Takes that one in there. No swing yet. Strike 2. 1-2 the count. Here in the top of the second, 1-0 Moose. Reaches up, gets a piece of that rising fastball back off the wall. 1-2. That one's inside, fouls it back off the wall as well. He's ruining these baseballs. Breaking pitch, he gets underneath it. Oh my gosh, nobody's over there. Nobody's over there. That's going to drop into the gap. Oh my gosh. It just seemed to float there and nobody got there. I thought the first baseman should have gone back to that. You know?
Yeah.
Well, Irene Fast, the first pitch prayer, great power hitter, good speed. Anticipated that first pitch. The outfield is going to go deep just in case. So Irene Fast can go long, and she does. Goes deep back to the wall. I think it's going to be out of here. That one's gone. Over the bullpens in right field. It's a home run, a 3-run home run.
Wow.
And we knew she'd go deep, and she did. 4-13, it's her first home run and third RBI of the season, and the Moose brought to a 4-0 lead. It's going to bring in the locked-in Stallion Johnson. 0 for 1 in the day so far. They're already going through their lineup again. First pitch drifts inside, misses, ball 1 of the count. Still 1 out here in the top of the second. Moose pulling away, but the Ramblers not going to give up. 2 quick balls there. It's 1 1/3 inning so far. Oh, there's a hard line, first base. Foul ball. 5 hits, 4 earned runs with a strikeout here in the top of the second. Not great so far. Runs in there for strike. Other than those 2 hits, he's doing. I thought he was doing okay. One back off the wall. Capper spits something out of his mouth, winds up, throws again. 2-2. And like around. Diving grab by McLean, gets up, throws it to first, and does not get him in time. Runs him out.
Ooh.
Second baseman Fred Bobbitt up now. He's on fire. 1 for 1 with a single hit. 7-14 with a really fast runner at first base. Who's going to go right now. No, he doesn't. First pitch misses outside. Ball 1 of the count. Goes over to first. Hits him in the dirt. Ready to catch it, Contreras. It's the next pitch. Right in there for a strike. Even now 1 apiece. Sprinter if he gets on, Fred Bobbitt. He's also been playing great. He's been hitting great recently. There's one on the ground. Murillo's going to go to second base. Back over to first. Okay, they're going to get the lead runner, but not in time for the double play. 1 more to go. Jose Tremendo 0 for 1 on the day. Pretty average hitter all around. Just slightly less than average speed runner at first base. First pitch in there for strike. Won a 37th pitch here in the top of the second for Jet Dapper, who wants to get out of this inning real bad. That one's on the ground, and McLean is going to make the easy throw over to first and the side.
Yeah, that was an ugly one. We're going into the bottom of the second. It is Moose 4. Ramblers nothing. Marcos Murillo, Noel McLean, and John Contreras facing Sanchez Sylvia through 13 pitches. Racked up a strikeout and gave up 1 hit. Marcus Murillo, neutral and fit, hitting 143 on this season.
All right, here's the Wild Thing throwing her first pitch, 14th pitch, first of the inning. It's in there for strike, 0 the count. Second pitch, little high ball, good eye there, good eye. Third pitch, outside corner, strike 2. Marcus Murillo, 1-2 count against him. Reaches down, hits down on the ground, past the mound, but Nacho Crisp is going to pick it up a shortstop, throw it for the first out.
Yes, sir. 1 up, 1 down. In steps Noel McLean, the shortstop. He's neutral and fit, hitting 500 with a home run, 3 RBIs. 1 out, nobody on in the bottom of the second. First pitch is in there for a called strike. Strike 1. That's strike 2. Wild Thing increased the error in pitch location. That's lifted into center field on 2 strikes. And Noel McLean is out. 2 up, 2 down, and in steps John Contreras.
And in risk of going 0 for 3, he is 0 on his first at bat for the day. Our first baseman. This is outside 1 the count. He's trying to get his position back from that great day that what's his name had just a early swing, strike 2, 1-2 the count after that last foul ball. Hard one on the ground, but it's Quakerson picked up on his way to first. 3 up, 3 down.
Yes, sir. We're going into the top of the third. It's the Moose, 4 runs on 6 hits. The Ramblers, no runs on 1 hit. Pedro Nixon, 1 for 1 with a triple. Rip Dingers, 0 for 1. And Perry Quaker, 0 for 1. Dapper at 37 pitches with a strikeout, giving up 6 hits. His ERA is 18. Pedro Nixon, the catcher, is neutral and fit. He's got good power, about average ability to connect, but poor speed on the base pass. He's 1 for 1 with a triple and an RBI today. First pitch to Nixon is in there for a called strike. Strike 1. Jet Dapper is tense. That one's high, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody on, nobody out in the top of the third. Moose with a 4-0 lead. That one's fouled off. And now Pedro Nixon finds himself behind in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jet Dapper delivers. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Down goes Pedro Nixon. So 1 up and 1 down. In steps Rip Dingers, the third baseman. He's 0 for 1 today. He's got power versus left-handed pitching, and he favors the low pitch. Dingers hitting .429 on the season. 1 out, nobody on. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Dingers was going for the long ball on that one. Jet Dapper. Ooh, swing and a miss. Strike 2. Fooled him completely. And now Dingers is in the hole. No balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Down goes Rip Dingers. Where is Jet Dapper? Where was he in the last inning? Perry Quaker neutral and fit. He's clutch. He's 0 for 1 today. 2 up, 2 down. And Jet Dapper is getting his groove on. That one's in there for a called strike. Strike 1. Perry Quaker, the first baseman, takes that pitch low, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. That's in there for a called strike, and now Quaker finds himself behind in the count 1 and 2.
Here it comes.
Dapper delivers, and that's fouled off over the backstop, out of play. Dapper delivers his 49th pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Dapper strikes out the side. And we're heading into the bottom of the third. It's 4-0 Moose. Maximiliano LeBlanc's first at bat. Repo Reeves first at bat. And Swindle Heath 0 for 1. Sancho Silvio throwing 24 pitches with a strikeout, giving up 1 hit. Maximiliano LeBlanc, the catcher, is neutral and fit, hitting .286 with a home run, 2 RBIs. He favors the low pitch.
Oh,
First pitch is ripped foul along the third baseline. Strike 1.
oh, come
That
on.
catches the inside corner for a called second strike. That one's popped up into shallow center field, and the center fielder's calling for it. And Jose Tremendo will make the catch for the first out. So 1 up, 1 down, and in steps of Repo Reeves.
429 in the season. Still a first time at bat. We're in the third inning. We're having batters who are just coming the first time in. That one's in the first strike. Only 84 miles an hour. Having a good day is the pitcher in his own dugout. She's got 2. 0 and 2, and then she goes outside, does not chase. All right, there. Now still 1 and 2. Liner, into the glove of Quaker at first. 2 up, 2 down.
And in steps Swindle Heath. Swindle Heath's locked in and fit. He's 0 for 1 today. He favors the outside pitch, and he's a big hack. Heath hitting .500 with 2 home runs. First pitch is outside, ball 1. That's in there for a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. That one's ripped foul. And now Heath behind in the count 1 and 2. That one's way inside, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. There's a knock, but that's going to be right to Quaker at first base. He's going to take it himself for the third out. So we're heading into the top of the fourth. It's still Moose 4, Ramblers nothing. Hieronymus Jackson 1 for 1. Nacho Crisp 1 for 1. Irene Fast 1 for 1 with a home run. Dapper at 49 pitches with 4 strikeouts, giving up 6 hits. His ERA is down to a 12.
Hieronymus Jackson 1 for 1 with a single. Still tense, but looking to get out of it. Good power. 50th pitch by Dapper to start this off. Looking for the outside pitch. Instead, it comes up high. Nice fastball. 0-1 the count to Hieronymus Jackson, one of the heroes of their championship few years back. That one foul, first base line. 0-2. Gets another K. Finishes, picks right up where he left off to the last inning, Pete. It's going to bring in
sir.
Nacho Crisp, 1 for 1 with a single. Also still tense. Let's keep him down. Just going to his 53rd to start. Looking to get his 5th K in a row. After giving up that home run, he's in the zone. 0-1 the count to Nacho Crisp. Breaking pitch outside, almost hit the man on deck, 0-2. And Dapper's got him in a hole. Swinging a strike 3. That's 5 in a row. Huh. And that was, I don't know if you should be getting cocky, though.
No, probably not.
Irene Fast, who put this one out so far ahead, she's 1-for-1 with a home run. 3 RBIs. There's a 3-run home run. Oh, chin music. She has to get back. She does not like that. She's mad now. Breaking pitch misses outside. The outfield's going to go deep because they saw what she could do. Third pitch. Ooh, home run swing, but misses. 1-2 the count. He drops her. He's got 2 closed sides. Oh, she checks. That breaking pitch falls out low. We're at 2-2-2. Top of the 4th, 4-0 Michigan. Oh, she doesn't chase the rising fastball. It's a great pitch. She doesn't go. Pitch number 61 on a full count. One more to go. Oh, instead it's a line drive to left field. It's back to the wall. Oh, jumping off the wall. He cannot get it. And they got to throw it in to the cutoff. And she's going to get a stand-up double. And coming to second base. Oh, man, he almost had her.
Yeah. It's 3-2. He tried to paint the corner, but it wound up, he missed it. He put it over the heart of the plate.
Stallion Johnson 1-for-2 with a single. He's got a real fast runner at second base. Catcher's ready now this time. There's one on the ground, but that's going to be an easy one for McLean. He's going to pick it up, throw it to first, to close outside.
All right, so we're heading into the bottom of the 4th. It's still Moose 4, Ramblers nothing. Spray Bellamy 0-for-1, Corbin Yurta 1-for-1, and Kid Paul 0-for-1 with a strikeout. Sanchez Sylvia at 36 pitches with a strikeout, giving up a hit. Still no ERA. Spray Bellamy tense but fit. He favors the outside pitch. He's a big hack. He's 0-for-1 today. Ramblers again struggling to find any sort of offense.
Silvio starts off inside with a strike. Oh gosh, she's got 3 innings under her belt. That's ball. She's got 1 K on the day. She's looking for number 2. That one also misses inside 2-1. Good patience by Spray Bellamy. That one also low, 97 miles an hour. The big hack now, 3-1, hitter's pitch. Reaches out, puts one into center field. May have been a ball, but he's going to go around. He's coming for second. He's going to have to slide in there, and he makes it in time, Pete.
Yes, sir. So lead-off double for Spray Bellamy. And in steps Corbin Yurta. He's neutral and fit, 1-for-1 with a single. So a runner in scoring position. First pitch is outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. That's down. That's ball 2.
Oh.
That's a rip, but foul along the right side on the first base side. Two balls and a strike. That one's inside, ball 3. 3 balls and a strike now. That catches the inside corner, full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 on, nobody out. That's outside. Oh, catches the outside corner for a called strike. I don't believe that. Oh, 1 out. Kid Paul stepping in. He's tense but fit.
Yeah, I don't know. RBI hero, though. Oh, and it's a little roller back to the mound. Sylvia's going to get the first run at first. Makes it over to second.
Marcus Murillo, neutral and fit, 0-for-1 today. He's hitting 125 on the season. That is aggravating. There's a shot. And with 2 outs, everybody's running, and that looks like it's going to come up a little short, and Tremendo will make the catch on the warning track for the 3rd out. We're going to head into the top of the 5th. It's still Moose 4, Ramblers nothing. Fred Bobbitt 1-for-2. Hose Tremendo 0-for-2 with a strikeout. Pedro Nixon 1-for-2 with a triple and a strikeout. Dapper at 62 pitches with 6 strikeouts, giving up 7 hits. Fred Bobbitt is locked in and fit. He's 1-for-2 with a single. He's known as a sprinter around the league. Dapper has been working lately. First pitch is inside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. There's a hot smash, but that's along the left field line into the stands. Out of play, 1 ball, 1 strike down to Fred Bobbitt. That catches the inside corner for a called strike. Now Bobbitt behind in the count 1-2. There's a roller. Oh, that's going to get into right field and the throw in. But a clean single for Fred Bobbitt. So 1 on with no outs. And in steps Hose Tremendo, the center fielder. He's neutral and fit. 0-for-2 today. He's got a cannon arm back there in center field. So 1 on with no outs. First pitch to Tremendo's in there for a called strike. Strike one. Ramblers want to make sure they don't give up any more runs. They're going to need to start scoring some. Throw to first, and Bobbitt was back. That one's lifted into right field. And, dag nabbit, I am not. Again, the right fielder misjudged it. Probably could have made that catch, but he thought it was going to be deeper. Pedro Nixon, 1 for 2 with triple and an RBI. Wow.
Well, it's better than missing it short.
That's true, keeping it in front of you. But I don't know if it's the shadows or what, but I am not. I can't, over in that corner, I can't really judge it.
There you go. Hey, nice.
Double play. So ground ball to the third baseman who stepped on third through to first for the double play. So 2 outs, runner at second base, and then steps Rip Dingers. He's got power versus left-handed pitching. He favors the low pitch. He's 0 for 2 today. The first pitch he fouled off straight back over the backstop. Strike one. That one's popped up on the infield. Jet Dapper is calling for it. Makes the catch for the third out. We're going to head into the bottom of the fifth. It's still Moose 4, Ramblers 2. Ramblers, to the point, this point, have only been able to manufacture 2 hits. Noah McLean 0 for 1. John Contreras 0 for 1. Maximiliano LeBlanc 0 for 1. Silvio at 49 pitches with 2 strikeouts. Noah McLean, neutral and fit. He's 0 for 1 today.
444 in the season, though. I mean, the last couple games where we did well, we hit later in the game. That one's in there for a strike, 0 in the count. Ooh, good swing, foul back up then quickly in the hole, 0-2. Oh, and a late swing, 3-pitch strikeout. Silvio happy in the crowd. Not.
John Contreras, neutral and fit, 0 for 1 today, known as a base rounder. 1 out, nobody on in the bottom of the fifth. Ramblers losing by 4. Fly ball to Irene Fast out there in right field. She'll make the catch for the second out. 2 up, 2 down. And then steps Maximiliano LeBlanc.
Feels like we can't get out from under their thumb. LeBlanc, first pitch. Oh, somehow makes the outside corner, 0 on the count. That one a little bit low off the ground. Good patience. 1 apiece now. There's one hard pass mound into center field past the star. Tremendo's going to pick it up, throw in. All right, we got 1 on, but we got 2 outs.
Yes, sir. 2 outs and in steps Repo Reeves. He's neutral and fit. He's 0 for 1 today, but he's hitting .375 on the season. Not a lot of speed in Maximiliano LeBlanc over there at first base. Repo Reeves takes the first pitch. Ball 1. That's in it for called strike. Strike 1. Silvio throwing her 59th pitch. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. That's in there for called strike. That evens the count up. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That's over the inside corner for a called third strike, and down goes Repo Reeves. So we're heading into the top of the 6th. The Moose, 4 runs on 9 hits. The Ramblers, no runs on 3 hits. Perry Quaker, 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Hieronymus Jackson, 1 for 2 with a strikeout. And Nacho Crisp, 1 for 2 with a strikeout. Dapper at 72 pitches with 6 strikeouts.
Perry Quaker, 0 for 2. Good power hitter. Dapper's got to stick with it, keep him off the board. We get another chance to hit the 7th, or to the bottom of the 6th, top of the 6th right here. Starts things off, with a breaking pitch. It's hit right back up the middle. That's 1 pitch, 1 hit. And hopefully going to get that double play here from Hieronymus Jackson. He's 1 for 2 with a single. A little tense, though. A little tense. Outfield's going to go deep. Infield's going to play a double play. Swing and a miss, strike 1, 0 on the count. Slower than average runner at first base. 75th pitch by Jet. Oh, it was a hard line foul ball, first base. 0-2 now, he's got him in a hole. Can we get him chasing something? Oh, up and inside, doesn't go. 1-2 the count. Here in the top of the 6th, 4-0 Michigan Moose. Swing and a miss, strike 3. In the dirt. Bad pitch for a batter to swing it, but it's a good pitch call. That's our crisp 1 for 2 with a single. He's known as a distractor. A little tense, though. With that runner at first base. Double play would end it right here. 78th pitch by Dapper. Right in there for a strike. 0 on the count. Dapper knows the rally stopper. Second pitch gets the signal, winds up, throws it. Anticipated the mid-count slider, but is low and in. No swing, ball 1. 1 apiece now. checks on that one outside. It's a little too far outside. 2-1 the count now. He's up over 80 pitches. 81st pitch for Jet Tapper coming here, right here at the top of the 6th to Nacho Crisp. Oh, it makes the high side. No swing, strike 2. 2-2 now. 1 out. Can he get another K? He's got 7 Ks. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. This is 8th K, Pete. For being down 4-0. He's got a good bunch of come. Here comes Irene Fast. He's 2 for 2. The home run, a double, 3 RBIs. Outfield fading back toward the wall. Infield hoping for a grounder double play or a single out. They just need 1 out now. 2 outs, top of the 6th. He's just got to get past Irene Fast. Right in there for a strike. And he'll be able to take a rest soon. We got another starter/reliever. We can put him behind him. And on the ground to Spray Bellamy's going to pick that up. 1 pump, whip it over to first and close out the side, Pete.
More importantly, he retired Irene Fast for the first time today. We're going into the bottom of the 6th. It's still Moose 4, Ramblers nothing. Swindle Heath 0 for 2. Spray Bellamy 1 for 2 with a double. Corbin Yurta 1 for 2 with a strikeout. Silvio at some pitches. Swindle Heath locked in and fitty. He favors the outside pitch. Big hack, but he's 0 for 2 today. Come on, Swindle. We need something going here.
We do. He's facing the Wild thing. She goes right in with a strike. 95 miles an hour. 0-1. That one misses ball inside. They're going to try and get Sancha Silvio going the whole game, I think. Unless we can get to her. There, we got to her. Hard liner in right field. Home run! Yeah! Way to come out of the slump. Swindle Heath gets the crowd into it. It's a line drive home run over the right field wall. 386 feet. It's a 3rd home run, Pete, and 4th RBI of the season. This man is a home run in every game so far.
Yes, sir, and we're on the board. More importantly, 4-1. Spray Bellamy stepping in. He's neutral, and that favors the outside pitch, and he's a big hack. He's 1 for 2. That's going to be the end of Sancha Silvio. Silvio's going to take a seat. They're going to bring in Charlie Best. Charlie Best as a better than average velocity, good junk, and good accuracy. He's known as he's got an elite curveball. He throws a 4-seam fastball, a 2-seam fastball, a changeup, and that elite curveball. He's neutral and fit. He's got an ERA of 4.50 and a .50 whip with 2 strikeouts on the season. So Charlie Best gonna try and come in and shut this down in the bottom of the 6th. There's a roller to the shortstop, picks it up. Nacho Crisp barehanded makes the throw to first for the first out. So 1 out, and in steps Corbin Hirta.
He was hoping to get to him. Yeah, notable player, this pitcher. 1 for 2. Charlie Best throwing only his 2nd pitch. This is for a ball. Good patience there. Huerta 1-0. Oh, swings into that inside pitch. Even sinks up at 1 apiece. Oh, somehow gets a strike outside corner. Now 1 and 2. Charlie Best going outside. Good patience again. Now we're locked up 2 apiece. Right in him past the pitcher's mound into center field. That's going to be a nice single by Huerta. Who's going to pull up at first, but just 1 out, Pete.
Yes, sir. 1 on with 1 out, and in steps Kid Paul, the center fielder. He's tense but fit. He's an RBI hero, but he's injury prone. He's 0 for 2 today, only hitting 100 on the season. There's a knockdown, get up into center field for a clean single. So runners at first and second now with only 1 out.
I was starting to wonder about his, but then now the pressure way up. Marcus Murillo 0 for 2, second base. We need him to hit. We don't have any backups for him. Inside corner pop up.
Get back.
No, why aren't they going back? He makes the catch. What is that? What? They didn't come back at all. Double play. Oh, what a great catch.
Great catch by the shortstop. Diving catch. Caught it on the fly and then flipped it to second for the double play. We're going into the top of the 7th. It's Moose 4, Ramblers 1. Stallion Johnson locked in and fit. He's an off-speed hitter. He's 1 for 3 with a single today.
What do you think about Dapper? Should we sit him?
Sure. We got a lot of pitchers to look at.
Leland Bull.
All right, so Jet Dapper's going to take a seat. Leland Bull's going to enter the game. Leland Bull with good velocity, but poor junk and accuracy. He's got an elite 4-seam fastball. He is neutral and fit. He throws a cut finger fastball, a curveball, and he throws that elite fastball, four-finger fastball.
Easy for you to say.
Not really. That one's hit into the stands along the left field line. I'm lost in my own brain right now. There's a roller. That'll be fouled along the first base line. And very quickly, Stallion Johnson is in the hole. No balls, 2 strikes. Allen's high ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Leland Bull throwing his 4th pitch. And that's popped up and almost missed by Marcus Morelli.
He tried to miss it.
I'm telling you, I'm having problems tonight I got to get those other glasses. Fred Bobbitt is on fire and fit. He's 2 for 3 with 2 singles. I was seeing everything great. Now all of a sudden I'm off everywhere. First pitch to Bobbitt's in there for a called strike, strike 1. Bobbitt is 2 for 2 today, hitting .667 on the season. Fouled that one off, and very quickly Bobbitt now in the hole. No balls, 2 strikes. Leland Bull delivers, swing and a miss, strike 3, and down goes Freddie Bobbitt. And Bull is very happy about that. Jose Tremendo, the center fielder. He's neutral and fit, 1 for 3 with a single, 2 up, 2 down in the top of the 7th. Bull going to throw his 8th pitch here to Jose Tremendo. It's in there for a called strike, strike 1. That one, bottom fell out of that one just a little too much. That'll even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. That one's high ball 2. 2 balls and a strike now to Jose Tremendo, the Moose center fielder. That one's fouled off into the dugout along the first base side. That evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Big pitch here. Swing and a miss, and down goes Jose Tremendo. And we're going to head into the bottom of the 7th. It's still Moose 4, Ramblers 1. No McLean 0 for 2 with a strikeout. John Contreras 0 for 2. And Maximiliano LeBlanc 1 for 2. Charlie Best at 8 pitches and giving up 2 hits. His ERA's at a 3.6. No McLean, neutral and fit, 0 for 2 today.
Got a lot of 0 for 2 hitters.
Yes, sir. First pitch is pounded right up the middle into center field for a clean single. So no McLean leads off with a single. 1 on with no outs, and in steps John Contreras.
That's what we need to get things going. Also 0 for 2. Let's get his first. Got 1 on with no outs. Slow runner, first base. Late swing foul ball, third base line, 0-1 the count. Charlie Best, 3.60 ERA at this point. That one's a ball. He's got 2 Ks on the day, though, so far. Curveball makes it back in for a strike. 1 and 2 now, pressure up a little bit. Oh, misses on that breaking pitch. Good patience by John Contreras, 2 and 2. Reaches up, pops that one up into center field. That's going to be caught deep, and no McLean's going to come back to first base, tag up.
So 1 on, 1 out, and in steps Maximiliano LeBlanc, the catcher. He's neutral and fit, favors the low pitch. He's 1 for 2 with a single today. Not a lot of speed at first base. LeBlanc favoring that low pitch. Takes the first pitch for a called strike, strike 1. Allen's outside, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Charlie Best, I'm getting some. Oh,
what the heck?
Yeah.
That's weird.
I was in there for a strike. That one's fouled off along the first base. Yeah, that was weird. Got some stutter there. There's lifted. That's going to be foul along the left field line. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Maximiliano LeBlanc, the catcher, standing in. Allen's low, ball 2. Best throwing his 21st pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Down goes Maximiliano LeBlanc, and he's not happy about it. The 2 outs runner at first base. In steps Repo Reeves.
Repo Reeves, 333 on the season. This puts the ball, 1-0 the count. 2 outs, pressure way up now. Also outside. Charlie Best not having a great time dialing it in. When he does now, it's on the ground to a diving Nacho Crispin shortstop. Gets up, throws it to first, and closes out the side.
Dag-nabbit. Well, we're going into the top of the 8th. It is the Moose 4, Ramblers 1. Pedro Nixon 1 for 3 with a triple and a strikeout. Rip Dinger's 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Perry Quaker 1 for 3 with a strikeout. Leland Bull threw 12 pitches and racked up 2 strikeouts in his half of the 7th. So Pedro Nixon, the catcher, 1 for 3 with a triple and an RBI.
Yep, good power hitter. Outfield going to go back. Left-hand batter's box. The catcher for the Michigan Moose facing Leland Bull. Whistles one right in there for this, right down the pipe. Swinging to strike 1 on the count. Here at the top of the 8th, 4-1. Michigan, that nice breaking pitch. The floor drops out. Swinging a miss, strike 2. 15th pitch by Leland Bull. He's got plenty of gas in the tank. Swing and a miss, strike three. A 3-pitch strikeout. And very upset. Let's keep this going. We need to get some more offense going back up there. Rip Dingers in third base, 0 for 3. And he likes a low pitch. But he's struggling today. Rippy, good power hitters. This one right there for a strike. Outfield's going to go back just in case he decides to make
105 miles per hour.
Wow. That might have been the fastest pitch we saw. Yeah, way to pick that up on the radar gun, Pete. The Bull giving his shoulder a rest after that last one. Can't throw like that every pitch. This is outside, ball one. Now we're even up at 1 apiece. Third pitch is a breaking pitch, misses high. Rip Dinger's yet to swing the bat, I believe, unless I forgot one. 2-1 the count to Rip Dingers. There's on the ground. John Contreras is going to pick it up, take 2 steps to his left, step on the bag. That's 2 outs. We're bringing Harry Craker, 1 for 3 with a single, 273 on the season. That was a clutch hitter. But we can keep him out here. Let's see here. Infield, oops, came halfway. Infield's going to go guard the lines. 0-1 the count. Blinkerman. There's one in the air right to Murillo, who's going to pick up off the ground, throw it to John Contreras, who's already there. 3 outs.
All right, boys, we get 3 to tie, 4 to take the lead. Swindle Heath, 1 for 3 with a home run. Spray Bellamy, 1 for 3 with a double. And Corbin Yurto, 2 for 3 with a strikeout. Charlie Best at 24 pitches with 1 strikeout, giving up 3 hits. It's 4-1 Moose. Swindle Heath locked in and fit, favors the outside pitch. He's a big hack, 1 for 3 with a home run. And now they're going to pull Perry Quaker, the first baseman. They're going to bring in Lionel Martinez. Lionel Martinez is neutral and fit. He's got poor speed, but he's got very good fielder with a poor arm. He's pinch perfect, and he'll be entering the game in a defensive substitution. So in steps Swindle Heath. The first pitch to Heath is inside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. That one's inside, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Swindle Heath, a big hack. That's in there for a called strike. 2-1 now. That one's ripped foul. And that'll even the count up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That catches the inside corner for a called third strike. And out. 1 up, 1 down. And then steps Spray Bellamy.
I've seen a few of those corners painted today, Pete. Spray Bellamy, 1 for 3. Likes the outside pitch, pressure way up here. As we can get 1 more, get us closer. That one's in it for strike 0 the count. 4 Ks on the day, Charlie Best. Hardliner, third baseline, just foul though. 0-2, he's in a hole. Best goes way outside. No one swinging at that. 1-2 the count. Oh, late swinging. There's strikeout number 5.
God damn it. Corbin Yurta, the designated hitter, neutral and fit, 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Nobody on with 2 outs. And you go ahead and take this one.
Klaus the game, rally stopper, which means that he's got a +10 velocity, junk, and accuracy when pitching with at least 2 runners on base. That's not going to help him out here. He's well rested. He's known mostly for his junk. He's got good velocity and fair accuracy. He throws a 4-finger, mixes it up with the curveball.
Yes, sir. Nobody on, 2 outs.
You bet that's a strike.
First pitch to Yurta's. Yurta's in there for a called strike. That one's high, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs.
That's down.
That one's low, ball 2. 2 balls and a strike.
Ooh.
Swing and a miss. That evens the count up, 2-2.
Nope.
That one's low. Full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. There's a knock. That's going to get to Nacho Crisp. It's short, and he's going to make the throw to first base for the 3rd out. We're going into the top of the 9th. Moose 4, Ramblers 1. Hieronymus Jackson 1 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Nacho Crisp 1 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. And Irene Fast 2 for 3 with a home run and a double. Leland Bullet 21 pitches with 3 strikeouts. Hieronymus Jackson tense but fit. Favors the outside pitch. He's 1 for 3 with a single. Jackson only hitting 100 so far this season. That one's fouled straight back into the upper deck behind home plate. Strike 1. That one's outside, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. That one's fouled off. That will Jackson now behind the count 1-2. That one's fouled off as well. Jackson staying alive. 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs. Oh, just inside, says the ump. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Jackson.
Oh, he wanted to swing.
Yes, he almost went, but he was able to hold up. Full count now, 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah.
That's in there for a called third strike, and Leland Bull threw that 103 miles per hour. Nacho Crisp, the shortstop, he's neutral and fit, 1 for 3 with a single. He's known as a distractor, and a distractor while on first base or second base. Oh, the first pitch is in there for a called strike. First base or second base, and the next base is open. The opposing pitcher suffers -20 accuracy. That's in there for a called strike. No balls, 2 strikes to Nacho Crisp, the Moose shortstop. That one's ripped foul, out of play. So Nacho Crisp will get another pitch. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Down goes Nacho Crisp. 2 up, 2 down, and in steps Irene Fast. She's locked in and fit. She's a first pitch prayer. 2 for 3, a home run, a double, and 3 RBIs. First pitch. Low, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, nobody on. 2 outs in the top of the 9th. That's in there for a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Irene Fast, the right fielder, having quite the day. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Now she finds herself behind in the count. 1-2. Leland Bull is doing some work. 2.2 innings, 5 strikeouts. That's a roller that's going to get to McLean. He'll pick it up, make the throw to first for the 3rd out. We're going into the bottom of the 9th. The Moose, 4 runs on 10 hits. The Ramblers, 1 run on 7 hits. Kid Paul 1 for 3 with a strikeout. Marcus Murillo 0 for 3, and Noah McLean 1 for 3 with a strikeout. Klaus the game at 6 pitches. Kid Paul, the center fielder, is tense but fit. He's an RBI hero, injury prone. 1 for 3 today.
First pitch, outside corner, strike 1, 97 miles an hour from Klaus the game. That one goes a little high, good patience. 1 apiece now. Late swing, foul ball, first base line. Now 1-2, he's in a hole. Bottom of the 9th, 4-1. Goes outside, good patience again. 2 apiece. The game comes right at him. There's a liner into left center field. And he's rounding first on his way for second. That's going to be a stand-up double. He's going to walk into second base, Pete. Way to start it.
Yes, sir. So we got a runner in scoring position. Marcus Murillo stepping in. He's 0 for 3 today.
Can we replace him with somebody?
And it looks like there's going to be change. Kid Paul does not have a lot of, well, he's got a little bit of speed on second base.
Well, let's see. We could, anyone could pinch here.
Right.
So we want to go with someone who's got, wait a second, someone's a good contact hitter. Beefy's a starting pitcher. He's a good contact pitcher, and he never really hits. So let's go with Fernando Beefy.
All right, so Fernando Beefy, the pitcher, going to pinch hit here for Marcus Murillo, the second baseman. So with 1 on and nobody out, Fernando Beefy takes the first pitch inside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes.
That's a strike and a half, my friend.
That's in there for a called strike. That evens the count, 1-1. There's a shot that should get into the outfield, and it does. And Fernando Beefy will take first base. The runner's now at first and third with no outs, and in steps Noah McLean.
All right, now hold on. Let me take a look at Beefy at first here. Hold on a second. How is he fast? No, he's not fast at all. All right, so I think I'm going to swap him out. I could pinch run for him too. Even we don't have to put. Who's our fast? Anyone really fast? More reliables. Who's our fastest? Hector Clemens. I'm going to pinch run Hector Clemens.
Okay.
Sorry.
So Fernando Beefy's going to take a seat. They're going to bring in Hector Clemens to pinch run. Clemens is neutral and fit. He's got no stolen bases. He's hitting 600 on the season with 1 home run. He's got magic hands, and he's a sign stealer. So
a Noah McLean home run ties it up. Oh, a little early swing that's fouled first base line. Hopefully it's going to foul, be a souvenir. 2 rows back. It is. The pressure way up through the roof. Oh, a broken bat. And the runners have to come back. It's going to be caught by Nacho Crisp. 1 down.
Dang, damn it. One down, runners at first and third. John Contreras stepping in. He's neutral and fifth. He's a base runner, and he's 0 for 3 today.
Strike.
First pitch to Contreras is in there for a called strike. Strike one.
Oh, no, it's the game.
That's a double play, a little blooper to second base. And yeah, picked up, thrown to second, over to first, double play. We were out of the game, out of the inning, and out of the game. Wow, that was not a good game. That was,
Oh, we were threatening right there at the end, though. Right at the end, we could have.
yeah.
And unfortunately, I think we put our other first baseman in, and we could have done another substitution, just sub like crazy. But, well, the Moose came out, they did well, and they scored first like they had to. They got one in the first. They got three more. It's a big one in the second. That Irene fast home run was a big deal. They got 4 runs on 10 hits. The Ramblers got 9 hits, but just that one lonely run in the sixth, that home run off of Swindle Heath in the right. And low scoring.
Like you were saying, Dapper came out. He was a little shaky in the first 2 innings, but then he locked it down. And the Ramblers didn't seem like they could get anything going at the beginning of the game, but they got everything going toward the end, but couldn't get anybody across the plate.
Yep. Well, our division rivals had us our first loss. Stallion Johnson comes out, goes 1 for 4 on the day. He's in 182. Fred Bobbitt, who's been playing great recently, he goes 2 for 4, gets a run with 1 strikeout. He's hitting 600. Jose Tremendo goes 1 for 4, 2 strikeouts, not that great. Pedro Nixon 1 for 4 with 2 strikeouts, but he also gets an RBI in that one, so that he's helpful there. Rip Dinger's 0 for 4 with a strikeout, not good. Perry, and not like him either. Perry Quaker 1 for 4 with 1 strikeout, also not good. Martinez comes into sub, doesn't hit. Hieronymus Jackson goes 1 for 4, scores a run, 3 strikeouts. Horrible start for Hieronymus Jackson. He's only hitting 091 of the season. So is Nacho Crisp. Same thing. 1 for 4 with the run and 3 strikeouts. Irene Fast going to be player of the game. She gets 2 for 4 with a run, a home run. It's a 3-run home run, and that's really what vaults him out. That was the difference in the game. She's hitting 500 in the season.
Yeah, and then for the Ramblers, Swindle Heath goes 1 for 4, scored a run, hit a home run, got an RBI, also struck out 1. Spray Bellamy goes 1 for 4 with a strikeout. Carlos Yurta goes 2 for 4 with a strikeout. Kid Paul 2 for 4 with a strikeout. Marcus Murillo 0 for 3. Fernando Beefy came in, pinch hit, 1 for 1, so he's perfect pinch hitting. And then Clemens came in to pinch run for Beefy, so he never got a chance to bat. Noah McLean goes 1 for 4 with a strikeout. John Contreras goes 0 for 4. LeBlanc, Maximiliano LeBlanc goes 1 for 3 with a strikeout, and Repo Reese 0 for 3 with a strikeout. So,
yeah, what a novelty in Beefy to have a pitcher who can hit, who you can pinch, call him for a pitch.
Yeah.
And he produces. Way to go, Fernando. Sancha Silvia comes and gets the win today. She throws 5 innings, gives up just 4 hits, 1 earned run, gets 4 strikeouts, gives up 1 home run. Her ERA is a 1.80, and she's 1-0 on the season. A great start for the Michigan pitcher. Charlie Best comes in, throws all right. He goes 2 2/3 innings, gives up 3 hits, gets 3 strikeouts also. So that's a pretty good day. He's at 2.70 in the ERA, and he's 0-1 on the season. And Klaus the game comes in and gets the save with the close. 1 1/3 innings, gives up just 2 hits. And it's got a 0 ERA and a 0.01 record on the season.
and for the Ramblers, Jet Dapper came in, pitched 6 innings, gave up 10 hits, 4 earned runs. He struck out 8, gave up a home run. His ERA is at a 6, and his record will fall to no wins, 1 loss, no saves. And then Leland Bolt came in, pitched 3 innings, racked up 5 Ks. He's got no ERA on the season and no record yet. 3 stars of the game, Tommy. Number 1 star is just who you said it is. It's the B-ranked Irene Fast, the right fielder. She went 2 for 4, a home run, a double, and 3 RBIs, and she scored a run as well.
Great day for Fast, reestablishing herself on the Moose. Sancha Silvio's getting number 45, the B-ranked starting pitcher. She's going to get that second star. She had a good day on the mound, earning the win. She threw 5 innings, gave up 4 hits, 1 earned run, and 4 Ks.
And then rounding out the 3 stars, our very own Leland Bull, the starting pitcher, relief pitcher. B- ranked. He goes 3 innings and racks up 5 Ks. So that'll put him in the 3rd star of the game. Gamer stats: Tommy G with 3 hits, 1 great catch, 8 strikeouts for a contribution of 51%. Pete J with 6 hits, a home run, an RBI, and 5 strikeouts and a contribution of 49%.
They give more weight to the strikeouts, I guess.
I guess so. I guess maybe in a loss they do.
Yeah.
But I blew it in the outfield today. I don't know what I was doing out there.
Nah, it's all right. Well, post-game show, we don't have any, we're not traveling, so we're not leaving anywhere. We're going to be in town this whole week. We got our first loss in the Moose. Okay, we got a manager moment here.
Yep.
So the media's asking who we thought should take up basketball in today's game. Who do you throw under the bus?
Ooh. Wow. I'm not even sure. I'm going to go to the team. Stat. What are we talking about? We're talking about John Contreras, who's got no batting average so far this season.
Yeah. And Repo Reeves.
And Repo Reeves, who's hitting 300. Throw Contreras under the bus.
Yeah, Contreras he's not doing it so far. So not happy, Johnny Contreras, but didn't expect it. Yeah, so unfortunately now we're gonna have our 4th string starter in this next game, who's not, at least on paper, not impressive. We got the Buzzards coming in town. There's gonna be 13 other games that happen before that, including another one by the Buzzards. So a lot can happen. But we'll go to player development really quick and just see, after this game. Player development after this game. What happened, Pete? So we got a player development available, Emory board, a new training opportunity for Twist Gutierrez. He could add 2 to his junk, 1 to his accuracy, 1 to his velocity. 12.5% chance to gain Wild Thing, 20% chance to gain 3 accuracy, and 10% one. That's a pretty good one. How about up from there?
Batting practice. Noel McLean, you'll have to face the pitching machine if you want to become the hitting machine. For $814,900, Noel McLean can pick up 2 on his contact with a 15% chance of a bonus plus 5 to his contact. So an opportunity to pick up 7 to his contact, plus a 15% chance to gain low pitch.
I don't have that one. I've got Emory board for Twist Gutierrez, and then up from that I got Judy Hunt lowered her asking salary, and then John Contreras is truly hurt by those.
I'm on. I think I'm on. I was on player development. So Judy Hunt lowered her asking salary. Previous salary was 14.2. She's an overall A. She's looking for $13.7 million.
Yeah. Well, John Contreras was hurt by those comments. We thought so. He didn't think he played that badly. He hasn't hit the ball yet. So I don't know where he's going on that one. But all right, so I guess this is sort of the thing when we've gone. We're almost an hour and 15 here. We might maybe do the player development after we close out the show. What do you think?
Okay.
All right, so I think we'll close it out there. So folks, our next, again, looking at our schedule here, we took the first 2, lost this one at home. Now we're gonna have Benson against the Hogs when the Buzzards are in town for one more, and then we hit the road, go out to San Jose to face the Sawteeth. It'll be Glover against South Palm. Then we come home for one, Beefy against Lovelord and the Grapplers. Then we go back on the road for a couple, Blowfish and the Freebooters. So that's our schedule. Come back for the Buzzards. First time playing against the Guadalajara Buzzards this season. And we hope to see you then. I guess until then, we'll try and shake this loss off. This is Tommy G.
And this is Pete J. And we're saying, get out of here.